is a Bramble Jam podcast.
It's Friday, November 20th. You should take that day off.
Okay. I did the.
You did some sort of laptop.
I did
dance,
the. You
I
remember
believe.
that Surface commercial?
It's the laptop dance.
When they were at the,
the
When the Surface came out and they had that commercial and they were all like banging their laptops.
Yeah,
and
I remember.
closing
Click,
up
click,
and
clack,
flipping,
clack. It was the people. Okay, go.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. So here's the interesting part about
What?
this is Thursday. We were in the same stuff that we're wearing this morning, but you know that it's a different day because haircut.
Mm-hmm.
You see what we did there? We wore the same thing because we left it here.
Right.
But it's a different day,
Guys,
and you know that.
Listen, some days you just got to rock your DTH shirts.
Sometimes you got to rock your DTH shirt. Sometimes it's 5 a.m. and we forgot a shirt.
So here's the squabble, everybody.
Take the day off.
We're taking the day off, and then we're going to take all of next week off for Thanksgiving. We are going to just spend time with family, rejuvenate, and then come back and just kick the tail
out of December until the last 2 weeks.
Right, and then we're taking those off too.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't know.
Look, it's a school schedule. Okay, so
although I think technically, like, school still meets today, like on Monday and Tuesday.
Depends
of
on the
next
school.
week.
Depends on the school.
Okay.
Some schools are off the whole
We
week.
are off. We are following the whatever school that is.
Yeah.
We like that school.
We take Christmas break.
Guys, you should take. I have always been in favor of taking all of Thanksgiving week.
Yes. What are you going to get done Monday and
What are we
Tuesday?
doing?
Nothing.
If your kids are in school, they're just watching movies.
They're
Hate to break
just
it to you.
watching movies. That's right.
Hate to
Or
break
there's
it
that
to
one teacher's giving the test the last day before the break. That teacher.
Listen.
Bull.
Hi. I'm going to do one more lecture.
Just one more quick one.
I'm going to do one more lecture. This one is on that old guy from that thing.
It's a good teacher impression.
Thank you.
The old guy from the thing. Love that.
Take the thing off.
Take the thing. Nope.
No.
Take it off. No.
Hey. Bramble Jam Plus calls waiting for you. That's what it said. It said, hey, I'm waiting for you.
I thought you were doing that classic insult bit. Bramble Jam Plus called. They want their
No, they just want you to sign up.
ad-free podcast back.
They just want you to sign up. So go ahead and do that.
Please.
You're not going to regret it. I guarantee you're not going to regret it.
Guaranteed. That's a brand guarantee.
People have said, I have talked to every single person who've signed up, and I've said, do you regret it? And no one has said yes. Most people haven't said they've loved it. They've kind of been like, it's been fine. But I think that's what we go for.
For under $5 a month, it's been fine is exactly what we were on.
That's exactly right.
Now you can tick it on up, $10, $20.
And then that's going to really
change your life.
That's right. You're on the $20 marble, right?
I am on the $20 marble, and boy, is it a marble.
Ooh, it's shiny.
Ooh.
What if I told you today was National Pay Back Your Parents Day?
Wow. What if you did?
National Pay Back Your Parents Day. All the things they've done for you, just pay them back. That's what we're talking about today. And man, what a day it is. I called my mom up yesterday and she was like, let me tell you about all the things. And I was like, Mom, I don't have time for all the things. Just pick the best of segment.
Yeah.
And she gave me a best of segment.
Thank
And at
goodness.
the end, and she said, you won't believe this last thing. Dan knows about National Pay Back Your Parents Day.
Wow.
And I thought that was also her way of subtly reminding me to pay her back.
Reminding her me.
Her to me. But is she correct?
She is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And this goes all the way back to Liza Minnelli, if you can believe it. Liza Minnelli has 4 children, Ella, Bella, Stella, and Trella. Now, Trella is a guy. And Trella. And all 4 of her children, she paid for all of their college as she would, and paid for any graduate school they would. But her rule was once they turned 35, they had to pay her back for that. Now, this made national news because Liza Minnelli's super rich. Why would she make her kids pay her back? They actually went to court over it. She's like, oh, you got to pay mama back. I don't know if that's a Liza Minnelli impression or not, but that's what we did.
Crushed it.
Trella refused to pay her back. There was a huge court case, Trella v. Liza, of 1986. Liza won that case because she had every loan to her kids notarized. And although that made her sound like a monster, it did birth National Pay Your Parents Back Day for all the things they may have done that they didn't get notarized, just so because you should be thankful to them. And so you should pay them back. And National Pay Your Parents Back Day started under Ronald Reagan. That's it.
Sure, why not? I found that this day is relatively new.
Really?
Within the past couple of years, but I don't have any info on how it actually started. But I will say there was an interesting USA Today article that posted this past year, I believe, last year.
Yeah.
And it said this, and I found this number to be kind of low, but I don't know, maybe I'm just overthinking it. But it said American parents spend $233,000 to raise just one child from birth to age 18.
$233,000? That seems low.
That seems low to me as well.
That doesn't include college at all.
Right. So it does not
assuming
include
free
college.
education.
Yes. Assuming free education, we're just talking. And also, like, what do you lump into that? I guess you don't lump in board because you have to also board.
I mean, what we're talking about is in between, what, $12,000 and $15,000 a year?
Yeah.
That's probably right.
Okay.
That's probably
we're talking
right.
food and clothes.
I mean, but power bill, water bill, all that stuff.
But that's so hard to quantify because, like, because I use power.
Yeah.
I've got the power. So really what we're saying here is we all owe our parents at least $233,000.
And if they pay for your college, way more than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So start paying back.
By taking the day off.
The question then is, well, what does that look like? I think it's little things, Call your parents. Tell them you love them. We could all call our parents a little bit more. You really could.
I could for sure.
I don't know. Maybe send them some groceries. Our parents don't need to be going out.
Send them some groceries.
Right. Use one of the Shipt or something.
Yeah.
Our parents don't need to be going out to grocery stores right now.
How do we know what
send them the Ships and stuff.
Okay.
What?
I mean, we would have to, it seems like a lot of work. You call your parents, hey, what do you want from the grocery store? You can't just send them random groceries.
No, just say, hey, I wanted to send you groceries today. Send me what you need.
Okay.
Not hard.
All right. I like it. I'm on board.
What else could we do today to pay them back? Because I don't think any of us have $233,000 lying around.
I mean, you don't? I keep that. That's like a baseline savings.
That's a baseline savings. You went to the that's
Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. It's
the baseline 233.
You know the one.
The ones. Yeah.
I just think we could all do a little something for our parents. Send them a goodie. Dan.
You want me to send them my goodies?
Any goodie will do.
Wow.
In this case.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm very excited to tell my parents that I love them today, and then think over the next few weeks, I should call them today, and then kind of forget. But today,
of course,
I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
Today's the day.
Today's the day.
We asked you all yesterday, what's the nicest thing your parents ever did for you? We're going to get to that in just a second. We'll be right back here and take the day off.
Oh boy, back already.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Boy, it is Pay Back Your Parents Day.
This is a question that I put probably too much thought into.
Yeah,
there's so many things my parents did nice. Did you have an answer just right off the bat?
I would say they you know how I think I took for granted how supportive my parents were.
Yeah.
And just not giving me grief about life decisions. I dropped out of college pretty early said, I'm going to go and I'm going to work at this camp and then I'm going to see what happens. And I don't know what they truly thought about it, but they were very
supportive.
kind.
My
they were
parents
very kind.
The same way.
And so I know that's not everybody's story. And I know that for everybody, maybe their parents should have been, no, you're going to stay in college. Everybody's not the same.
That's right.
But for me, if my parents forced me to go to school, I would have, it wouldn't have been good. So
yeah, one of the things speaking of college that I'm thankful for my parents did was they did this weird thing where they transitioned responsibility of paying for college to me. My parents were not rich by any stretch of the imaginations, but basically the first year of college they paid for. They found a way, they paid for it. The second year they paid 75 or 7. I don't remember what it was. It was a gradual step. I had to pay something the second year. The third year they paid half of my college, and the last year I had to pay for myself.
Wow.
I didn't have any college debt because I knew it was coming, and so I saved for it. And that was really a cool way to do it, especially for my parents who wanted to help but didn't have a lot of money. Obviously, if you have the money, you can pay for your kids' college. They don't have debt. Great. But my parents did this thing where they transitioned responsibility to me, which was awesome. As an adult, my wife and I, when my wife was in school in St. Louis, we were really struggling financially. And I remember my dad would occasionally just call me and be like, hey, I paid your car payment this month. And that was pretty awesome. But there's so many things over the course of my life that my parents have helped do that have just been unbelievable, that weren't financially motivated. Like they found a way for us to go to the beach every year, even if it was just a condo that was just way off the beach and was not expensive at all. They found a way to spend time with us each and every year. So I owe my parents a lot. I'll say that.
Ashley Howard said, helped me build excellent credits and start my adult life debt free. That's wonderful. Yeah. I didn't really know what credit was when I became an adult. I was just like, I guess, because my dad always, my parents, had some debt. Yeah. And so I think, especially kind of that era, like they got credit cards. Yeah. And they went crazy, and then credit cards equaled bad. Yeah. And so I was always taught credit cards equaled bad, but credit cards are also kind of essential to the credit. And
you need the credit to get the credit.
I didn't figure that out until a little bit later.
Yeah. I was taught the same thing. I had to figure that out the hard way. When first place I stayed, like I got an apartment, called to get the power turned on. They were like, you have to give us a $250 deposit because you don't have any credit. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, you have to put $250 down to make sure. And I was like, okay, well, how do I get credit? And they're like, you have to do this. You have to pay for things to get credit. And I'm like, so I don't have credit, and that means how do I get the credit to not? It seems just like a weird entry point.
And then once I have credit, I don't have to pay.
That's right. Yeah.
And I don't need credit.
My power bill, is that the thing that I do?
Boy,
so many people say they paid something for them. Taught me to value education, community service, kindness is what Colleen said. That's great. Bought me 2 cars in college.
Wow.
Man, that's fantastic.
Erica said, let me take my best friend with us on a family trip to Paris. That was very nice.
Wow.
I feel like anytime you add somebody non-family to a family trip, it could get real rocky.
And
real
that's
fast.
a lot of money too.
Kudos to mom and dad there.
Yeah. Constantly believed in me. Megan Swain said, gave me a portion of my grandfather's estate, said Jane, which allowed us to build an addition on our current home.
Wow.
That's pretty great.
Aaron says, honestly, they just continue to put up with my weird stuff. Mom and dad, thank you for just smiling and nodding along when I answer your questions in song or when I make you watch yet another Hallmark movie. Yeah. Been there, Aaron. Been there.
I can't tell you how many people are saying paid for my college as a big one. And that is a huge one, because to not have any undergrad loans is so big. That's massive.
Yeah, it's massive. Chris told me that it's okay to fail. It's the only way you learn. Amen. Yeah. I think all parents have to figure that out, like the right way to correct, because you want your child to succeed and not get hurt. But you also, there are times when failure is essential to life and to thriving. And so that's a tough thing as a parent. And we don't always get it right, do we, Dan?
We don't always get it right, for sure. We're still learning.
One thing I just thought of, one thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to go home and I'm going to take my kids' my youngest kid's piggy bank.
Yeah.
Not my youngest, my oldest.
Yeah, your youngest. If he has a piggy bank, that's impressive.
And I'm just gonna say, hey, you're gonna pay me.
That's right. Yeah.
I think that's gonna teach him.
I think for sure it's gonna teach him.
Yeah.
This is a hard lesson you got to learn.
It's also one of those you got to break them piggy banks.
He won't owe you later.
You won't owe me later.
It's great.
Yeah.
Leah said, this is huge. My parents let me move home when my husband deployed to Korea for a year.
Wow.
They took care of me and my boys, not ever expecting anything in return. I mean, come on. That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Really good. Parents are pretty great.
Blake said, fed my imagination and allowed me to be me. Amen.
Rena said, they didn't laugh when I said I wanted to major in theater arts. Boy, that's just self-control by your parents, to be honest. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Parents are pretty great is what we're trying to say. Call them up. Tell them thank you for all the things you just told me. Thank them.
You got it.
And you're not going to regret it. And you know what? Next week is Thanksgiving. So just
take the week off.
Take the week off and continue to say thank you to people and be thankful for the things that are going on around you, even in a year like 2020. I hope that we can all find something to be thankful for. I am thankful for you, Dan. I'm thankful for all of our listeners that day after day wake up, listen to us, join Bramble Jam Plus, all that good stuff. Because we really have become just a nice little family. And I look forward to every day waking up, opening the Facebook app, going to the Facebook group, and interacting with those wonderful people. So thank you. And also thank you to myself for crushing it.
Yes. You're thanking yourself at this point. Man, it's bold.
Not enough people. I just try to love myself.
Good. I'm happy for you.
Do you want to say any thank yous?
No, I think you covered it.
Okay, great. Did you thank me for being me?
I did. I said thank you, Brian. I didn't say thank you for crushing because that's still the jury's out. But I said thanks for being a friend.
And thank you to
travel down the road and back again.
We will be back 2 Mondays. Not Monday, the following one.
That's right.
We'll be back.
You get it.
And it is going to be Christmassy up 30th, in here.
It's my wife's birthday.
It's going to be, oh boy.
And I'm going to come in here 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you'll go home and make her breakfast or something?
Oh, for sure. I'm a big breakfast maker.
Big.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Christmassy and it's going to be awesome.
Awesome.
If you are somebody who has not yet listened to Christmas music yet, it's okay. You'll get there.
After Thanksgiving's the time. That's when you do it. So you can start when we come back on Monday the 30th.
I love it. Dan, take the day off.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you soon. Until then, take the day off with a Palahaku. Hey, I'm thankful for Chris Palaha. Amen. See you, bud.
We all are.
It's a brand new week. That feeling of hope returns. I hope it's a good one. Have a great day, everyone.
In a sense, he's right.
Friday is the new Monday.
Friday's the new Monday.
I've said
Friday
it for years.
is the start of a new weekend, and we're taking next week off.
It is.
So it's a beginning of a new.
There's endless beginnings.
Endless beginnings. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.